Why you need to go all in on wholesaling houses in 2024. What is up, guys? Zach in here.
Rick in here.
And in today's video, we're going to show you exactly why you need to go all in on wholesaling real estate in 2024. There's a lot of great things going on that you need to take advantage of so you can actually have wholesaling success. The honest truth here is there's a lot of great stuff coming in. There's some things that might be headwinds. And if you don't know how to adapt to those situations, they're not going to be good. And the interesting part is the things that are going to make wholesaling real estate so good in 2024 are also going to be things that are going to stop a lot of wholesalers. And so it's really seeing a situation and adapting and making money from it, or making it the destructive force of your wholesaling business. And so let's break it all down and let's get into why this is the year for you to get rich and how exactly you can do it right now.
So number one, let's talk about interest rates, especially in 2024. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know at this point, interest rates are at an all-time high for mortgages right now. I think it's over the last 30 years. And how does that affect us as wholesalers? Number one, you have to look at the net effect on sellers. The reality is, as interest rates go up, the value of the property actually goes down because people have to qualify a certain amount of money on income and their debt ratio. And the higher the interest rate is, the less they can afford in the house, which basically puts pressure on pricing. The second part of this is sellers know for them to sell their house, especially if it's a nicer house, they know it's much more challenging in an environment where interest rates are high. Let's face it, guys, the higher the interest rate, the less the buyer can afford. Sellers are getting this information, understanding houses are not moving nearly as fast because people actually have to price in the interest rate. And it's that higher interest rate, the less value in the house. So in 2024, sellers have to think about when they sell their properties. They are not moving as fast, and who knows what's going to happen with interest rates. Most likely, they should stay even, but if they tick up again, it's going, in my opinion, to have a catastrophic effect on sellers because properties are sitting on the market longer, prices are becoming stagnant, and in a lot of markets, prices are rolling back in these markets. Bottom line, guys, with the interest rates where it's at, and with half the country locked in with a 3% or less interest rate, and our current rates at over 7%, 7.5%, depending on when you see this video, it creates a lot of doubt. And honestly, whenever there's fear and doubt, it will usually resonate within the seller. And if a seller has somewhat of an issue with their property, this is where you and me, the wholesaler, create opportunity. You see, if they think it's going to take 6 months to sell their property and they're going to have to fix it up and stuff, they're most likely to work with someone like us that would give them a quick cash offer. Guys, these interest rates, we had historic lows, now we have historic highs, and now we're going to see the outcome in 2024. And I predict it's going to create incredible amount of opportunities for you and me as wholesalers because it's not as easy as it used to be. And if they have problems, but they got a bad tenant or a bad house, we are going to be the people they want to work with. Guys, don't overlook at the interest rates, focus on it. But honestly, when it creates fear and doubt, that's where the opportunity comes in wholesaling.
Exactly. And these sellers are going to be a lot more open to your lowball cash offer than ever before, which is great. We just got to get better with our cash buyers, which is fine because honestly, if you do the strategy of teaching freewholesaling.com or free wholesaling course, it's going to be pretty easy to find buyers and easier sellers. More money for us in wholesaling real estate. You guys got to remember, if a property goes from being worth $100,000 to $90,000, it's not that we make $10,000 less dollars on that assignment deal. What we just do is sell it for $10,000 lower. So if we're used to locking up a deal for 100, selling it for 120, we're just going to lock it up for 90 now and sell it for 110. We still make the same spread. So don't worry about the price of real estate. It's not going to affect you making money in wholesaling real estate. Now, the next reason why you need to go all in on wholesaling houses in 2024 is AI. AI is an amazing tool we can use in wholesaling real estate. Find motivated sellers, find comps, and heck, get inbound motivated seller leads. The truth is you don't have to spend any money to actually start using AI for this stuff. You use digital bandit signs. You can use AI to write your ad copies for texting. There's so much AI can do to give you wholesaling success. Really what I've seen from most wholesaling gurus is they say the word AI is a buzzword and then they sell you a course or some lead list to do it from there. That's not what we're trying to do today, is actually using AI to produce seller deals, create email templates so you can actually get code violations and government lists and finding cash buyers. And most importantly, just make wholesaling real estate easier for you.
Reason number three, the NAR realtor lawsuit. That's right. You probably heard about it. There's been a big lawsuit brewing for a long time. It's been a long legal battle, and it basically stems on how realtors charge commissions, specifically on the buyer's agent. You see, when somebody lists a house, usually the entire compensation is listed in the listing agreement, and the buyer and the buyer's agents have no say in it. Basically, they're paid whatever they're given. And a lot of lawyers and a lot of people across the country feel it's unfair. They believe the seller should list their own agreement and the buyer's agent should have their own agreement. And because the two have colluded together, they've considered it an antitrust lawsuit lawsuit, kind of a monopoly of the market. And for that reason, NAR got sued. NAR lost. NAR was extremely confident they were going to win. And depending on when you watch this video, the settlement's anywhere between $2 billion and $6 billion. Here's the caveat to it. NAR is not a corporation. It is a benefit for its members. The members are who? They are realtors. So NAR is not going to pay this fine. The realtors have to pay this fine. And if this fine is held up in appeals court, $6 billion is going to be spread across, I think it's 1.4 million realtors. It's going to be staggering, the number. If that happens, in my opinion, it's going to force NAR to, I think, get competitors. It's going to broke up. The initial predictions, they'd lose half their members over there because most realtors feel like they don't even get a benefit from NAR. They've been around a long time. They have the most powerful lobbyists. So how does this affect you, the wholesaler? The really cool part is most buyer's agents on the realtors that represent cash buyers, they don't want to work with wholesalers because they don't feel like they really need to because everything is controlled within the listing agreement. Now, if they can go out and find you deals, find you cash buyers, and they can't solely focus on being cash buyers agents because a lot of that's controlled by the sellers. And I feel that more realtors are going to chase down listings. They need more deals. How do they get more deals? They work with people like you and me, wholesalers. That's right. I think the Hatfield-McCoy argument can be put to bed because if they got to go actively out there and find you deals of distressed properties or find cash buyers for you and bring them to you, and the selling agent side is not fulfilling their entire role, this is a great opportunity to actually work with realtors. The reality is they just don't understand everything we do. I think now is going to create an incredible opportunity for them to learn how they can work with wholesalers. And guys, we're talking about individual wholesalers. We're talking about companies with tons of wholesalers built into it. There's so many opportunities. A good part of the market is traded in cash. And I think this NAR lawsuit, it might take a year or so to shake out, but specifically the buyer's agents, they're going to have to find more ways to work with people to get their properties listed and work with wholesalers. And I think it's an amazing opportunity because up to this point, unless you were a realtor and you listed a property, most realtors wouldn't give you the time of day. I feel the NAR lawsuit is going to change the complete landscaping on how wholesalers interact with realtors. And here's the good news is everything they're doing is in our favor because now they have to open it up. There has to be open disclosure on how you compensate it. And here's a really cool part. We want to pay the realtors for great deals. We are not limited to paying them 3 and 4%. You can pay them whatever you want. If they bring you a deal that's ready to go and you're going to make a ton of money, take care of your realtors, guys. I believe the NAR lawsuit has opened up a plethora of opportunities for wholesalers. I'm personally going to take advantage of it. The question is, are you?
Yeah, I agree 100%. We can use these realtor buyers who are a lot more desperate right now to get commissions, to be buyers for wholesaling deals. Absolutely. And pay over what the things have been worth, just more money for us and more money for everyone. It's honestly a win-win. Now, the next reason why you need to go all in wholesaling houses is just the sheer openness of JVing and opportunities like this. I can tell you, starting on wholesaling real estate almost 8 years now, this is crazy to think about. When I started back then, there was a lot less people willing to joint venture or be open with working with other people versus now, kind of the word's out there. You make more money by JVing and actually being open with relationships with other people to work in this business. And so this should be great for you, which means if you can go in the comments of this video, on my live streams, on the Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. Remember, there's almost 130,000 people in that Facebook group. I mean, there's definitely going to be deals you can be done with 130,000 people. It's ridiculous, right? And so just knowing that, if you just can get really good at finding buyers and connecting those with people that have properties under contract that can't get rid of their deals, you can do a ton of JVing deals. I've already said, if you go on my live stream on this channel, the Flip with Rick YouTube channel, and just comment every single day, if you actually do have the buyers, like if you legitimately do, you can easily make about $50,000, $60,000, like $5-6 grand a month, just doing at least one of those deals. $12,000 deal, you split it down the middle, you're good to go. Just from just being a subscriber and watching my video, you can literally get paid $5,000 a month of watching this YouTube channel. But the problem is most of you guys won't do it. It's simple copy and paste also. But again, because it's a little bit of work, they're not willing to make the money from it. And then I get people going on the podcast, people on the comments that are easily making this over 6 figures just JVing from other people on this YouTube channel and in the Facebook group. So the honest question is, are you going to let these people make 6 figures for free just JVing with this free marketing method? Or are you going to take over this opportunity and you do it? Hey, I'm not getting paid on this at all. So like, hey, whatever. Either you decide to do it or someone else is going to be doing it. And then last but not least, I mean, a little bit of a scary reason, but it's absolutely true. The TikTok wholesalers are coming. What I've seen in the past 3 or 4 years is just just the wholesaling industry has just gained more and more momentum. It's becoming more mainstream of a legitimate side hustle. And because lawyers are doing it, title companies are talking about it, publicly traded companies are being more open to it and just becoming more of a legitimate part of the real estate industry, there's more and more people doing it. And unfortunately in wholesaling real estate, any Joe Schmo 18, 19-year-old kid can go run up $100,000 in a couple months without really doing an insane amount of work. I mean, to make $200,000 as a mobile detailer for boats, you're going to be working all day, every day, and you won't even be able to even sniff $30,000 in a couple months. But for wholesaling houses, you can be kind of a complete idiot and just drive for dollars and find good deals and make hundreds of thousands of dollars in a really quick amount of time without really any experience needed. And because you can make so much money in such a quick amount of time, it attracts a lot of young people. And a lot of young people sometimes are a little crazy, but a lot of them work hard, a lot of them don't. It's really all over the board. But when you get thousands of these kids coming in, there's going to be a big number of them who actually learn, go to freewholesaling.com, this YouTube channel, subscribe, that actually start doing it. And they start making a ton of money. And now there are more wholesalers in your market, which yes, we can JV with, but I can tell you from the stats looking on our social media and everywhere, and the amount of people signing up to freewholesaling.com and subscribing to this YouTube channel, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And I know by next year, by the end of 2024, starting of 2025, the wholesaling real estate industry is going to increase by at least double, which means your market's going to get more saturated. So it's better to get really good right now and make the money cash now and work with those people versus just sit on the sidelines waiting another year to get into wholesaling. Another kid, Marcus, is going to just come in and start making 100K his first year. So you decide, are you going to make 100K this year in wholesaling real estate, or is 17-year-old Marcus going to come in and he's going to do it and just spend it all on a Ferrari or something stupid? You need to make the decision, guys. The wholesalers are coming in. Either you work with them or you go in right now before this industry gets even bigger and bigger. Now, with the bigger wholesaling industry, that's more JVing for us, more JVing for people all over. There's more money to be made. But I can tell you, this is an opportunity and something you need to look into because it's happening no matter which way you look at it. Adapt or die in wholesaling real estate.
So understand this, you can't time the real estate market just like you can't time the stock market or any other trading market. It is fluent capital flowing. So honestly, the sooner you start, the better. And the fact that we have TikTok is basically the new platform for getting information out there. Listen, I'm not crazy about the short attention span, but I use it, Zach uses it, and a lot of you are watching us because of that. So I don't discount it. I just want you to understand it takes work and dedication to do it. I'd rather you start sooner than later because the more mainstream wholesaling comes with TikTok and platforms like this and all the new stuff that's going to come out, the more people are going to, whoever starts first and gets the best and most repetitions in it will do the best. There's never been a better time than to start now. Get ahead of the wave. Don't wait till the end of it. Wholesaling is the path if you've chosen it. I'm somewhat biased. I know he is. We want you to be successful. To me, it is the ultimate reward for the lowest risk. Take advantage while we still don't have a lot of obstacles in our ways. Guys, this is a great business. I've been told since 2003, it's too sad. It's going to be too saturated. It's going to become illegal. Thank God I didn't listen to that. You shouldn't listen to it either. So if it's good enough for TikTok, people are getting information, it's good enough for you. The old way is how we got information was gurus, newspaper ads, and an occasional TV commercial. With TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, all these platforms, the information is going to go out much faster. I do agree with them. I do believe our business is going to double. The question is, are you going to start now or are you going to wait? So guys, don't wait. The sooner you start, the better you'll do. You can't time this market. I'd rather you get started now than wait till the end of 2024 or 25. There's no better time than now.
That's it. So guys, are you going to go all in wholesaling in 2024? I truly believe you need to do this. This is the time to get rich. This is the time to make it happen. And this is the time for you to go all in for wholesaling success. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com, our free real estate wholesaling course that gives you the complete information on how to get started from start to finish wholesaling houses so you can go out there. Guys, we usually should charge about $7-8 for this, but we give it absolutely for free. Hundreds of thousands of wholesalers learning absolutely for free to get going. Go there and let's get started. This is Zach signing out.
Rick signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.